You've heard the stories, you've seen the transformations, and now you are on this path. But something is wrong. The progress is stalling, the side effects are frustrating, and that feeling of hope is starting to fade. This tool is powerful, but it's not magic. And the subtle mistakes you're making are silently sabotaging your success. Most people give up here, but 99% miss the one crucial shift at the end that changes everything. If you skip it, you risk not just stalling, but regaining everything back and more. Protein neglect. This journey you've embarked on is a profound biological shift, and this medication is a powerful ally. It works by fundamentally changing your relationship with hunger, slowing down digestion to help you feel fuller longer. But within this new metabolic environment lies the first, most critical mistake I see people make time and time again: neglecting protein. When your appetite is suppressed, it becomes easy, almost tempting, to simply eat less of everything. You might find yourself reaching for a simple salad or a piece of fruit, thinking that because you're eating less, you're on the right track. But this is a dangerous illusion. Your body, in its rapid state of weight loss, needs a signal, a strong, clear signal, to preserve its most valuable, metabolically active tissue, your muscle. Without sufficient protein, your body won't just burn fat, it will begin to break down lean muscle for energy. This process, known as sarcopenia, is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength, and it's a thief of your long-term success. Losing muscle is like turning down your body's furnace. Muscle tissue is more metabolically active than fat tissue, meaning it burns more calories even when you are at rest. When you lose that muscle, your metabolism slows down, making it progressively harder to continue losing weight and dangerously easy to regain it once your journey with the medication ends. It creates a vicious cycle where you have to eat less and less to see the same results, leading to frustration and burnout. The very success you are striving for is undermined by the loss of the tissue that helps sustain it. It's not just about the number on the scale today. It's about the strength and vitality of your body for all the years to come. This isn't just a diet, it's a profound change in your body's composition, and you must be the architect of that change. The solution is not to simply eat less, but to eat differently with intention. Every meal, every snack must be built around a strong foundation of protein. Aim for high-quality sources like lean chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, tofu, and Greek yogurt. Think of protein as the anchor for every meal. It promotes satiety, helping you feel full and satisfied even with smaller portions, which works in harmony with the medication's effects. It provides the essential amino acids your body needs to repair and maintain your muscles, acting as a direct counterbalance to the risk of sarcopenia. Many experts recommend aiming for a significant amount of protein distributed throughout the day, often around 25 to 30 grams per meal, to send that constant signal to your body: preserve the muscle. For those who struggle to meet these goals with whole foods due to a suppressed appetite, a high-quality protein shake can be an invaluable tool, convenient, easy to consume, and effective at delivering the building blocks your body desperately needs. This isn't about restriction, it's about prioritization. You are protecting your metabolic engine and setting the stage not just for weight loss, but for lasting strength and health. Greasy foods. One of the fundamental ways this medication assists your journey is by slowing down gastric emptying. In simple terms, the food you eat stays in your stomach for a longer period. This is a primary reason you feel fuller for longer on smaller amounts of food. It's a key mechanism for appetite regulation. However, this physiological change also means your system becomes incredibly sensitive to certain types of food, and the second major mistake is ignoring this new reality by continuing to eat high-fat, greasy, and fried foods. When you consume something like a burger, pizza, French fries, or anything deep-fried, you are setting yourself up for a world of discomfort and effectively working against the medication. These foods are inherently difficult and slow to digest for anyone. But for a person on this medication, that process is dramatically extended. That greasy meal, which might have once passed through your system relatively unnoticed, now sits in your stomach for hours, undigested. This is what triggers and exacerbates some of the most common and debilitating side effects: intense nausea, bloating, gas, heartburn, diarrhea, and a general feeling of being uncomfortably full. It's not the medication itself causing this misery in isolation. It's the collision of the medication's intended effect with the wrong fuel source. You're essentially creating a traffic jam in your digestive system, and your body sends you loud, clear signals of distress. Many people blame the medication for these side effects and consider giving up, when in fact, a simple dietary adjustment could resolve much of the discomfort. It's a direct cause and effect relationship that, once understood, gives you the power to significantly improve your experience. Making the conscious decision to avoid these foods is an act of self-care on this journey. You need to shift your focus toward cleaner, lighter cooking methods. Instead of frying, embrace grilling, baking, steaming, or poaching. Choose lean proteins and low-fat dairy products. While some healthy fats from sources like avocado, nuts, and olive oil are beneficial and necessary, they should be consumed in moderation. It's the heavy, saturated, and trans fats found in fried and greasy processed foods that cause the most significant problems. Think about it as choosing foods that cooperate with your body's new rhythm. By doing so, you're not just avoiding uncomfortable side effects. You're allowing the medication to work as intended in a calm and balanced internal environment. You're respecting the profound biological change you are undergoing, and in return, your body will reward you with a much smoother, more pleasant, and more successful journey. Sugary drinks. The third devastating mistake is believing that because your appetite for solid food is diminished, what you drink doesn't matter as much. Continuing to consume sugary beverages is like pouring gasoline on a fire you are actively trying to put out. Sodas, sweetened teas, fruit juices with added sugar, and energy drinks are nothing more than empty calories and concentrated sugar, and they directly sabotage your goals in multiple ways. This medication is designed to help improve blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity. When you flood your system with a rush of liquid sugar, you cause a rapid spike in your blood glucose levels, forcing your body to work overtime to manage it. This counteracts one of the primary therapeutic benefits of the medication and puts unnecessary stress on your metabolic system. The feeling of fullness that this medication provides is a powerful advantage, but liquid calories can bypass this mechanism. It's easy to consume hundreds of calories from a sugary drink without feeling full, completely undermining the calorie deficit you are trying to create. These drinks offer no nutritional value, no protein, no fiber, no vitamins, just sugar that contributes to weight gain and unstable energy levels. Furthermore, this influx of sugar can worsen gastrointestinal side effects. It can contribute to nausea and an unsettled stomach, adding another layer of discomfort to your experience. You are taking a sophisticated medical tool designed to re-regulate your system and then overwhelming that system with the very thing it's trying to manage. It's a critical error that slows progress and diminishes the powerful positive effects the medication can offer. The path forward is clear and simple. Prioritize hydration with the right liquids. Water should become your constant companion. Staying properly hydrated is crucial, as dehydration is a potential risk, especially if you experience side effects like nausea or diarrhea, and it can worsen feelings of fatigue. Aim to sip water consistently throughout the day. To keep things interesting, you can infuse your water with lemon, cucumber, or mint. Unsweetened herbal teas and broths are also excellent choices that provide comfort and hydration without the destructive impact of sugar. By making this switch, you are not just cutting out empty calories. You are supporting your body's functions, enhancing the effectiveness of your medication, minimizing side effects, and respecting the hard work you are putting into this journey. This simple change from sugary drinks to clean hydration is one of the most powerful and immediate adjustments you can make to accelerate your progress and improve your overall well-being. Refined carbohydrates. As you navigate this journey, a critical distinction must be made between different types of carbohydrates. The fourth mistake is failing to differentiate between complex, fiber-rich carbohydrates and their stripped-down, refined counterparts. Continuing to consume refined carbs like white bread, white pasta, white rice, crackers, and pastries is a significant barrier to your success. These foods have been processed in a way that removes most of their fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What's left is a simple starch that your body digests very quickly, leading to a rapid spike in blood sugar, much like a sugary drink. This swift rise and subsequent fall in blood glucose can destabilize your energy levels and work against the blood sugar regulating effects of your medication. Furthermore, because they lack fiber and other nutrients, refined carbohydrates do very little to contribute to a sustained feeling of fullness. You might eat them, experience a brief moment of satisfaction, and then find yourself feeling hungry or having cravings again a short time later. This completely undermines the medication's ability to keep your appetite in check. They are essentially empty calories that fail to provide the nourishment or lasting satiety your body needs. This choice often leads to a cycle of overconsumption, even with a reduced appetite, as the body seeks the nutrients it's missing. You are using a tool designed to promote fullness, but choosing foods that do the opposite. It's a conflict that creates frustration and stalls the very weight loss you are working so hard to achieve. The solution lies in embracing whole, unprocessed carbohydrates that are rich in fiber. Fiber is an indispensable ally on this path. It slows digestion, which not only enhances the feeling of fullness, but also promotes better blood sugar control, working in perfect synergy with your medication. High-fiber foods also support digestive health and can help prevent constipation, a common side effect experienced by many. Swap white bread for whole grain bread. Replace white rice with quinoa, brown rice, or farro. Incorporate more vegetables, beans, and lentils into your meals. These foods are nutrient-dense, providing the vitamins and minerals your body needs, especially when your overall food intake is reduced. By making this strategic shift from refined to whole carbohydrates, you are not just avoiding empty calories. You are actively choosing foods that support satiety, stabilize your energy, nourish your body, and amplify the positive effects of your medication, paving the way for more consistent and sustainable results. Nutrient scarcity. With a reduced appetite, a fundamental risk emerges that goes beyond calories and macros: micronutrient deficiency. The fifth and perhaps most insidious mistake is to focus so intently on eating less that you fail to focus on eating better. A suppressed appetite means every single bite you take matters more. When your total volume of food decreases, the nutritional quality of that food must increase dramatically to meet your body's needs. Relying on convenient, highly processed, or nutrient-poor foods is a path toward malnutrition, even while losing weight. You might see the number on the scale go down, but you could be simultaneously creating deficiencies in essential vitamins and minerals that lead to a cascade of negative health consequences. These deficiencies manifest in ways that can be easily mistaken for medication side effects: fatigue, thinning hair, brittle nails, dry skin, poor concentration, and a weakened immune system. When your body doesn't receive the building blocks it needs, vitamins like A, D, E, B12, and minerals like iron and potassium, its systems begin to falter. There is evidence to suggest that GLP-1 medications may reduce the absorption of certain nutrients, making a nutrient-dense diet even more critical. For example, reduced iron absorption can increase the risk of anemia. Dehydration from side effects can deplete essential electrolytes like potassium and magnesium. Ignoring the nutritional density of your food is like building a house with substandard materials. The structure may stand for a while, but eventually its integrity will be compromised. To counteract this, you must adopt the mindset of a nutrient hunter. Every meal should be a deliberate opportunity to nourish your body as deeply as possible. Focus on a colorful array of whole foods. Prioritize lean proteins, which are often rich in iron and B vitamins. Fill your plate with non-starchy vegetables like spinach, kale, and bell peppers. They are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Include healthy fats from sources like avocados and nuts. Choose low-sugar fruits like berries, which offer fiber and a host of micronutrients. Think of your plate as a portfolio of health. You want to diversify your assets. Working with a healthcare provider or a dietitian can be invaluable in ensuring you are meeting your nutritional targets. This journey is about more than shedding weight. It's about building a healthier, more vibrant version of yourself from the inside out. Don't let your success on the scale come at the cost of your fundamental health. Meal skipping. The profound appetite suppression from this medication can make it tempting, even logical, to skip meals altogether. This is the sixth mistake, and it is a fundamental misunderstanding of how your metabolism works. When you don't feel hungry, it's easy to think, great, I'll just skip lunch and accelerate my results. But this behavior often backfires, disrupting your body's delicate balance and slowing your long-term progress. Your body thrives on consistency. Skipping meals can lead to significant drops in blood sugar, leaving you feeling lightheaded, irritable, and drained of energy. This state of low energy makes it incredibly difficult to engage in physical activity, which is a crucial component of healthy weight loss and muscle preservation. Furthermore, this pattern of restriction often leads to a rebound effect. You might successfully skip one meal, but by the time the next meal comes around, you may feel ravenously hungry or experience powerful cravings for high-sugar, high-fat foods. This can lead to making poor food choices and overeating, completely negating the calories you skipped and creating an unhealthy cycle of fasting and feasting. Your body interprets these long gaps between meals as a state of famine, and it can respond by trying to conserve energy, slowing your metabolism to protect itself. You think you're helping, but you may actually be teaching your body to become more efficient at storing fat. It's a survival mechanism that works directly against your goals. The most effective strategy is to work with your body, not against it. Instead of skipping meals, plan for smaller, more frequent, nutrient-dense meals throughout the day. This approach helps to stabilize your blood sugar levels and maintain a consistent energy supply, preventing the crashes and cravings that come with meal skipping. Even if you're not feeling particularly hungry, having a small protein-focused snack or meal can keep your metabolic engine running smoothly. Think of it as stoking a fire. You don't wait for it to go out completely before adding more wood. You add small amounts regularly to keep the flame steady. Eating smaller, balanced meals also helps manage digestive side effects, as large meals can be difficult to process when gastric emptying is delayed. This is about creating a predictable, steady rhythm for your body, one that fosters trust, stability, and sustainable progress. Fiber negligence. In the landscape of dietary changes, fiber is an unsung hero, and neglecting it is the seventh critical mistake that can stall your progress and diminish your quality of life on this journey. This medication slows down the entire digestive process. While this is great for satiety, it also creates a common and uncomfortable side effect: constipation. Ignoring your fiber intake while your digestive motility is reduced is a recipe for bloating, discomfort, and irregularity. Many people endure this as a necessary evil of the medication, without realizing that a simple dietary adjustment could provide significant relief. This lack of fiber not only causes physical discomfort, but can also hinder your overall weight loss efforts by creating a sense of sluggishness and lethargy. But fiber's role goes far beyond simply promoting regularity. It is a powerhouse for satiety and blood sugar regulation. Soluble fiber, found in foods like oats, beans, apples, and carrots, forms a gel-like substance in your digestive tract. This gel further slows the absorption of sugar, which helps to prevent blood sugar spikes and maintain stable energy levels, beautifully complementing the action of the medication. It also physically swells in your stomach, enhancing the feeling of fullness and helping you feel satisfied with smaller amounts of food. In essence, fiber works on the same team as your medication, amplifying its effects and helping you control your appetite in a natural, sustainable way. It's a key player in the synergy between your diet and the medicine. Integrating sufficient fiber into your diet requires conscious effort, especially when your overall food consumption is lower. Aim to include high-fiber foods with every meal. Start your day with oatmeal or a smoothie with added flax or chia seeds. Add beans or lentils to your salads and soups. Choose whole grains over refined ones, and make non-starchy vegetables a cornerstone of your diet. It's important to increase your fiber intake gradually, especially if you're not used to it, to allow your digestive system to adapt and to avoid temporary gas or bloating. And crucially, as you increase fiber, you must also increase your water intake. Fiber needs water to do its job properly. Think of it this way: neglecting fiber is like trying to drive a high-performance car with the emergency brake partially engaged. By releasing that brake, by embracing fiber, you enable a smoother, more efficient, and far more comfortable ride toward your goals. Dehydration danger. The eighth mistake is deceptively simple but has profound consequences. Underestimating the critical importance of hydration. Dehydration is not listed as a direct side effect of the medication itself, but it is a common secondary consequence of the primary side effects. If you experience nausea, it can make the thought of drinking anything unappealing. If you experience vomiting or diarrhea, you are actively losing fluids and electrolytes at an accelerated rate. This can quickly lead to a state of dehydration, which impacts every system in your body. The symptoms of dehydration, fatigue, headaches, dizziness, and constipation are often mistakenly attributed solely to the medication when they could be significantly improved by simply drinking more water. When you are dehydrated, your energy levels plummet. Your body cannot function optimally without sufficient water. This lack of energy makes it nearly impossible to maintain a consistent exercise routine, which is vital for preserving muscle mass and boosting metabolism. Dehydration can also worsen constipation, as your body will pull water from your colon to support other functions, making stools harder to pass. Furthermore, sometimes the brain mistakes thirst signals for hunger signals. Feeling sluggish and foggy from a lack of fluids might lead you to reach for a snack you don't truly need, subtly undermining your calorie goals. Proper hydration is the foundation upon which your energy, digestion, and appetite control are built. Ignoring it is like trying to run your body on a low battery. Making hydration a non-negotiable priority is one of the most effective things you can do to support your journey. Do not wait until you feel thirsty to drink, as thirst is a delayed signal that dehydration has already begun. Carry a water bottle with you everywhere as a constant visual reminder. Aim to consume at least 64 ounces of water per day, and potentially more if you are exercising or experiencing GI side effects. If you find plain water unappealing, infuse it with natural flavors or opt for unsweetened herbal tea. In cases of significant fluid loss from vomiting or diarrhea, incorporating a beverage with electrolytes can be incredibly helpful to restore balance. By prioritizing hydration, you're giving your body the fundamental element it needs to manage side effects, maintain energy levels, support digestion, and function at its best. It's a simple, powerful act that underpins all of your other efforts. Process pitfall. In our modern food environment, ultra-processed foods are everywhere. The ninth mistake is falling into the convenience trap and relying on these foods as a dietary staple. These products, think packaged snacks, frozen dinners, sugary cereals, and reconstituted meats, are scientifically engineered to be hyper-palatable, meaning they are designed to be intensely rewarding and in some cases addictive. Consuming them regularly works in direct opposition to the re-regulation of your appetite and reward pathways that this medication is trying to facilitate. Some research even suggests that these medications can reduce cravings for such foods, offering a unique window of opportunity to break free from their cycle. Continuing to eat them is like trying to heal your relationship with food while keeping company with its worst influences. These foods are a triple threat. They are typically high in unhealthy fats, added sugars, and sodium, while being stripped of essential nutrients and fiber. The combination of high fat and sugar can worsen the gastrointestinal side effects you are trying to avoid, leading to nausea, bloating, and discomfort. Their lack of fiber and protein means they offer poor satiety, leaving you unsatisfied and more likely to overconsume calories. And their low nutritional density means you could be filling your limited appetite with calories that provide almost no value to your body, increasing your risk of the micronutrient deficiencies we discussed earlier. Essentially, you're using a tool to reduce your caloric intake, but spending that precious calorie budget on the lowest quality options available, which leaves you feeling worse and hinders your progress. The clear alternative is to commit to a diet based on whole, minimally processed foods. This means building your meals from single ingredient sources whenever possible. Lean meats, fish, eggs, vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains. Meal prepping can be an incredibly powerful strategy here. By taking an hour or two on the weekend to wash and chop vegetables, cook a batch of quinoa, and grill some chicken breasts, you make the healthy choice the easy choice during a busy week. This removes the temptation to reach for a packaged, processed meal when you're tired and hungry. It is a strategic act of setting up your environment for success. Shifting your focus from the convenience of a package to the inherent nourishment of real food is one of the most profound and impactful changes you can make. It supports your body, aligns with your medication, and builds eating habits that will sustain your health long after this chapter of your journey is complete. Exercise apathy. This journey is not just about diet. The 10th and final mistake is believing that the medication is a substitute for physical movement. Relying solely on the drug and dietary changes without incorporating exercise, specifically resistance training, is to ignore one of the most critical pillars of long-term success. While the medication and the calorie deficit will lead to weight loss, they cannot, on their own, dictate what kind of weight you lose. As we discussed, without a clear signal, your body will shed both fat and precious muscle tissue. Exercise, and particularly strength training, is the single most powerful signal you can send to your body to preserve and even build lean muscle mass while you are losing weight. Muscle is your metabolic powerhouse. Preserving it ensures your metabolism stays as high as possible, which is crucial for preventing a weight loss plateau and making maintenance easier in the future. Activities like lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups stimulate muscle protein synthesis, telling your body that this tissue is essential and must be kept. This doesn't mean you need to become a bodybuilder. Consistency is more important than intensity. Aiming for just 2 to 3 sessions of resistance training per week can make a monumental difference in your body composition and long-term health outcomes. Beyond muscle, weight-bearing exercise is also vital for maintaining bone density, which can sometimes decrease with rapid weight loss. Ignoring exercise is choosing to only use one part of the equation. Diet and medication can lower the number on the scale, but exercise reshapes your body, boosts your energy, improves insulin sensitivity, and profoundly impacts your mental health and sense of well-being. It changes the entire narrative from one of passive restriction to one of active empowerment. You are not just losing weight. You are building a stronger, more capable, and more resilient body. This medication is a temporary tool, a catalyst for change. The strength you build, the metabolic health you foster through movement, these are the assets that will stay with you for a lifetime, ensuring your success is not fleeting, but truly sustainable. It's easy to see this path as a set of rules, foods to avoid, things you must do, but that view misses the point. This isn't about restriction, it's about respect. It is about respecting the profound work your body is doing and providing it with the deliberate nourishment, mindful movement, and consistent support it needs to heal and recalibrate. The real transformation happens not when the medication changes your appetite, but when the journey changes your mindset, leading you toward a place of deep, sustainable, and peaceful well-being. Which part made you pause and see your own journey differently? Be honest. Let's share and learn together.